I enjoy using Anchor podcasting services. For one, it's an easy setup. Secondly, you can do everything on the same platform, which includes record and then add music to your podcast if you like. And once your podcast has been saved, you can then distribute it to other platforms with the click of a button. And did I mention that it's free? You couldn't ask for anything better than this. Thank you for tuning into Bringing the Heat with Regina Weston. Here we inspire and deal with topics that matter. Stay tuned. Bringing the Heat listeners. You can visit my website at www.reginaweston.com. And while you are there, you can find all books written by Regina Weston. Today, I want to give you 3 perspectives on domestic violence. I want to come from the abuser's perspective, the child, and the victim. So I wrote a little script because some people don't know what domestic violence look like. So I want to give you an example of what domestic violence look like and how it affect all those involved. Now bear with me as I put on my acting hat. A 10-year-old Derek stood in the corner as his father berated his mother. I don't even know why I married you, Joyce. You weren't the brightest apple in the basket, and neither were you the prettiest. Truth be told, I felt pity for you. You can't cook. You can't do nothing right. And if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have anything. 'Cause I'm the one that pays the bills around here. I'm the one that put food on the table. Everything you own was brought by me with my money. And I can take it back at any moment. Don't you get it twisted, and don't you forget that. If I was to ever leave your trifling behind, trust me, nobody, and I mean nobody, is going to want you. Nobody's going to do for you what I do for you. And as I think about it, I really did you a favor when I married you. Nobody else wanted you. Derek's son, come over here. Come over here. Let me have a conversation with you. Afraid, Derek did as he was requested. Son, yes, Daddy. Son, please listen to your father. Please do not marry a lazy woman like your mother. I can't be any clearer about this. Because if you do, you're going to be one poor sap. Trust your father. Trust what I'm telling you. And make sure the girl that you choose to be your wife, make sure that she can cook and make sure that she's easy on the eyes. You just don't know what I have to deal with. Every day I look at your mama, I feel like gagging. Ugh, I almost threw up. Oh, that's how disgusting she is to me with her nappy hair and charcoal skin. It is not appealing. You know what? I know what she looked like. I know who she looked like. It just came to me. She looks like Celie from The Color Purple. Oh, yes, she does. I don't know what I was thinking when I asked her to be my girl. And then I put a ring on it. I must have been smoking something. Are you listening to me, Derek? Yes, Daddy, he responded. Here is the perspective of Derek, a child. Derek hated when his father talked badly to him about his mother. He loved his mother. His father was wrong. His mother was an excellent cook. He liked her food, and so did the people at church. They bragged on how good of a cook his mother was. And the men in the church thought she was pretty. Even his friends thought that she was pretty. They loved his mother's complexion, her dark skin, her bomb body. They kind of described it as her skin, smooth milk chocolate. He wanted so badly to tell his father this, but he was scared. He was so scared. It bothered him that his mother never spoke up for herself. Maybe if she did, his father would back off. He had put in his mind, vowed to himself that when he grew up, he was never going to treat his girlfriend or his wife like his father did. He was going to respect women. He was going to honor women because he was old enough to know that what his father was doing to his mother was dead wrong. Now here is the perspective of Joyce. I really hate when Stan drinks because his mouth begins to run like diarrhea. Diarrhea! But I'm used to his foolishness. I just hate when he involves our son into his mess. My parents told me, they told me not to marry him. I should have listened. I regret every day that I didn't listen to them. They saw something that I did not see. But you know what? Stan sold me on a lollipop dream. And I was so in love. I was so in love with him that I fell for it. I ate every word. It was like milk chocolate to my tongue. He told me that I didn't need to go to college or get a job. He just wanted a housewife and not a high-minded career woman. That was the red flag right there. I should have ran in the opposite direction. Why didn't he want me to work? Why didn't he want me to be independent? Baby, he would say, you're not going to want for nothing. I promise, he would say. I got you, baby. I got you. The truth is, because I don't want to send out the wrong message. The truth is, Stan, he is a great provider. I really don't want for nothing. The problem is he brags about everything he does once he gets drunk and how lucky I am to have him. What he really needs to do is work on his insecurities and find him some Jesus, because he got issues, major issues that has nothing to do with me. If he did that, then maybe things between us, maybe they will get better. Is there hope? I pray that things change and changes real soon. You know what? Maybe I should ask my pastor for some blessed oil and sprinkle it on the side of his bed and then go off into speaking in tongues. Then maybe a change will come. Because I don't know how much more of this I can take. You know what? Truth be told, ladies, he talking about I make him gag. Well, hell, he make me gag too. With the big stomach, the funky breath. Give me a break. I have a reflex problem when I see him. He ain't the only one. And oh, child, let's not talk about when he touches me. Y'all seen that scene in The Color Purple? When he was on, ooh, child, when he was on top of her? That moment, that flashback, it makes me feel like Celie from The Color Purple. She said, rolling her eyes. Young ladies, this is exactly what some men do. They sell you on a dream. And once you buy into it, just like that, they got you hooked. And once you say I do, or once you give them a child, or once you get into any type of situation that makes you like committed to them, and you so into them, you done created a soul tie with them, and then it makes it difficult for you to leave, they got you. They got you. And sometimes it takes years to break out of the mindset and the manipulation they have trapped you in. Question: what are your rights in a relationship? Let me tell you, when you're in a relationship, you have the right to express your opinions, and you have a right to have them respected. Period. You have a right to change your mind. When somebody is mistreating you, you can rewrite the contract and put a clause in there and say, I did not sign on for this foolishness right here. And you can end the relationship. That is your right. You don't have to stay in anything that's causing you harm, that's taking away your peace, and that can potentially take away your life. Now, my question to you, are you being abused? Are you frightened by your partner's temper? Are you afraid to disagree with him? Are you afraid to break up because your partner has threatened to hurt you? Or himself, because they play games like that. If you leave me, I'm going to kill myself. You're right. Now, the next question is, are you being abusive? Let's not get it twisted. We do got some women that be doing some stuff. Okay? Do you constantly check up on your partner and accuse him or her of being with other people? Because it goes both ways. Most violence is committed against women. However, we got some women that do some stuff. Okay, I'm not biased. Everybody need to keep their hands to themselves. If you in a relationship and you think you have a right to put your hands on somebody out of anger, put your hands on somebody to put them in their place, boo. No, you're wrong. Keep your hands to yourself. If you think you have a right to use your tongue as a weapon to cut somebody, to make them feel bad about themselves, boo, you wrong. Get your life. Get yourself together. Get yourself some counseling. Work on you. No one has a right to treat anyone with disrespect, abusive behavior, financial control. Yeah. Using money to control that person. Yeah. Don't do that. Putting your hands on that person. No. Don't do that. And let's not even talk about the sexual assault. Forcing someone to do something that they don't want to do. That's abuse. The emotional abuse. Tearing people down. You can't do that. You ain't gonna never be nothing without me. If you leave me, I'm gonna kill you. And I'm gonna kill myself. I'm gonna hurt your family. You better not ever leave me. I don't ever want my child around another man. All this type of fear tactics they use to control you. But the other part about that, sometimes those fear tactics becomes a reality. Because some of them guys mean just what they say. And so I hope you gain something from this little sketch. Because domestic violence is nothing to play with. Don't take nobody threats lightly. If someone said, I'm going to kill you or I'm going to hurt you, you need to take it serious. Especially in the day and time that we living in right now. It is not cute. It is not cute. It is not cute. Take it seriously because I want you to live. I want your children to live in a healthy, stable environment. If you have to leave, I know it's easy for me to say that. Sometimes you don't have the resources. You don't have the money to leave. But baby, let me tell you, where there is a will, there is a way. Trust me when I tell you, I was a victim of abuse. I went through some things. I will share it maybe in a later podcast. But if you want to make a change for yourself and for your life and for your family, meaning your children, you can do that. You just have to get the courage and the strength to say, I deserve to be loved and I am not going to put up with this one more day. I hope you have gained something from what I said. Bringing the heat listeners. If you would like to support this podcast, you can do so through Cash App at $RWeston252. That's $RWeston252 under the name Regina Redmond. I would like to thank you for your love and your support. Thank you, Bringing the Heat listeners. To listen to this podcast, go to anchorfm.com, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Google Play, where we bring